I mean, I understand that, but it doesn't matter how good the graphic is if the shot's no good. No, I absolutely do not want to spend any more money to reshoot it. It isn't necessary. Okay, that's a really good idea. Why don't you bring everything you've got up here and we'll go over it together. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Goodbye.
Well, the lady executive.
Uh-huh. You just caught me at my cutthroat best.
Mm-hmm.
What brings you by?
Just on my way home.
Well, that's where I'm going to be as soon as I finish this layout.
Well, before you get there, there's something you should probably know. Brooke's moving back in.
Yes, I know. I was home earlier this afternoon when she was moving back.
You don't sound too thrilled about it.
Should I be?
Well, I think it's good for Brooke and Ridge.
Time will tell.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Brooke's pretty excited about it. She couldn't be happier.
I'm sure that's true.
And Ridge seemed pretty turned on by the idea of having her back.
Did he tell you that?
In so many words.
She's a very clever girl.
No, Caroline. Ridge is the one who capitulated. Brooke didn't have to pull anything.
You really think not?
Well, obviously, by your tone, you disagree.
Is this why you came by? To more or less prepare me?
I thought you'd like to know. Are you going to be leaving soon?
Yep, very soon.
You're really upset about this, aren't you?
No, Thorne, I'm not upset about this. Ridge has his own life. You know, he's a grown-up person. He makes decisions, and obviously this is one of his decisions, okay? I'll see you at home, all right?
Okay.
Hello, Forrester.
Hello again. It's good to have you back.
I don't know what more I can tell you, Eric. For one of the few times in my legal career, I am thoroughly frustrated.
How could this happen, Mark? I mean, look at the time. Stephanie's still not out of jail.
I have to be honest with you, Eric. I'd be surprised if we ever get her out tonight.
What is it with this department? One police lieutenant can do this? Frustrate the whole legal system?
I know it's no consolation to you, but Burke does not have departmental approval for this. The chief knew nothing about it.
You spoke to the chief about this? When?
Tonight, before I left home.
And?
Well, he knew that Burke was going to arrest Stephanie, but he thought that the charges had already been drawn up and filed.
Wait. Did you explain to him that Burke has intentionally refused to file charges, probably as part of some psychological manipulation?
Of course. And the chief was very sympathetic, but...
But what?
Well, there's very little he can do, Eric. Apparently, Burke is the only one with enough familiarity with the case to prepare the charges.
So you and I sit here, and more importantly, Stephanie sits there while he plays his little games.
That's about the substance of it. Of course, we could still go to a judge, ask for a writ of habeas corpus, order the police to either release Stephanie or file charges. But you know the downside to that.
Yes, more time and publicity. The one thing we don't want. Mark, I don't want either one of my sons to know about this.
Then we'll just have to wait until morning.
And what's our guarantee that he will file charges in the morning?
Oh, he'll have to act by tomorrow. The chief promised that if he doesn't release Stephanie or file charges, it'll be his job.
I don't want his job, Mark. I want Stephanie released.
You may get both.
That's tomorrow. Doesn't anybody understand? I want Stephanie out of that hellhole, and I want her out of there tonight.
All move back?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing what 3 little words will accomplish.
The right 3 little words. And just know that whenever you want to say them again, go right ahead. Those little words are I love you, in case you've forgotten.
I didn't forget. And I'll remember that.
Does it show how happy I am?
You look mighty pleased about something.
I love you so much.
I could tell that for some reason.
You are terrible. Does your mother know about this?
About you moving back? Yes, she knows.
What was her reaction?
Not what I expected. Something's been bothering her, though. I think she and Dad are having problems again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Seems to be all over and done with.
Then I'm glad.
What's the matter? Feeling a little uptight about Stephanie?
Ridge, she is your mother.
Yeah, she's a tough lady. Terrific, but tough.
Hopefully this time we will get along much better.
Don't hold your breath.
Thanks a lot.
No, look. You know, you don't have to take any abuse from her.
Can I quote you on that?
Yes, you can quote me on that. Well, I guess the only person who doesn't know about you being back is Caroline.
She knows.
How'd that happen?
She came home while I was moving in. She was surprised. Very surprised. She thinks that I'm pulling this number on you to con you into this.
Well, you told her otherwise.
Of course I did. But I don't think she believed me. In fact, I know that she didn't believe me.
Well, don't let it get to you. I'll handle things with Caroline.
Mark, why is Brooke doing this? What does he hope to gain?
Oh, this sort of situation is fairly common years ago, especially in other cities. The police would arrest a subject, hold him for days before filing any formal charges.
What? For what purpose?
The same thing that Burke is trying to do. Scare the suspect, get a confession before the judicial process takes over. Thank God it's been pretty well stamped out around here.
Mark? How does Burke think he can get away with it now?
The shortness of time. She'll be in court and charged by tomorrow morning. And plus, he hasn't really deprived Stephanie of her legal counsel.
So you think he figures he's going to take some heat for this, but it'll be worth it if he can get Stephanie to tell him the truth.
That's it. You know, lawyers have a phrase that covers this kind of situation. Stephanie holds the key to her cell in the palm of her hand. And Burke would like to let her go just as fast as he could turn that key in the lock, if she tells him the truth.
She's gone too far, Mark. She's not going to back off now. And I am not going to ask her to.
And there's nothing else we can do tonight.
You're just going to let her sit in there all night?
All I can tell you, Eric, is go home and get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow is going to be one hell of a day.
Yeah. Well, I can't go home.
Why not?
I told the kids we were going to spend the night in a hotel, just to cover in case Stephanie didn't get out.
How long do you expect to keep this from them?
As long as we possibly can, Mark.
You are aware, aren't you, Eric, that if Burke files charges tomorrow morning in court, that it all becomes a matter of public record? And available to everyone, including reporters? By the time he's finished, you'll be swimming in a sea of publicity. And then there'll be nothing that anyone, including the judge, will be able to do for you. Nothing.
What are you in for? You a hooker too?
Hey, there she is. Brooke. So glad you're back.
Hi, Thorne. Thanks. It's good to be back.
And you, big brother. I'm glad you were able to pull it off.
Well, it wasn't easy. Logan drives a hard bargain.
You better believe it.
Beat him at his own game. Now, that's what I like to hear.
And just what is your game, Forrester?
You know, I'm not sure anymore. The rules keep changing.
Not when I play, they don't.
That's what he needs, is somebody to watch over him.
Oh, I'll watch over him, all right.
Oh, I love the way you say that.
Listen, if you two would rather just be left alone.
That sounds like a perfect idea, Thorne.
No, Thorne, don't leave. That look in his eye is for later.
Well, there might not be a later. Someone might try to shoot me again.
Ridge, how can you say that?
Well, think about it. Wouldn't you feel terrible if it happened and you deprived us of one last night of making love?
Well, he has a point there, Brooke.
You guys, will you stop ganging up on me? I thought the Forrester brothers weren't supposed to get along, remember?
Well, it's all in the past. Right, Ridge?
That's right. You're outnumbered, Logan.
One big happy family.
Yeah. And let's open some wine, huh? Celebrate?
Okay.
Great idea. Great idea.
So what about the parents? Have you seen them?
Dad briefly at the office. I think my hunch is right. There are some problems. My guess is some pretty heavy problems.
Did he open up about it?
Not at the office this morning. Except to say that it wasn't the marriage. Something sure as hell going on, though. I've never seen Dad so tense and out of it. Blew a gut just from asking him a couple questions about it.
If it's not the marriage, but we haven't seen much of Mother either, something is going on.
Well, whatever it is, there is an upside to the story. Dad called a little earlier and said he and Mother won't be home tonight. They're spending the night at a hotel.
Well, how romantic.
Dad, the old devil.
Hey, parents are allowed to have a little romance in their lives from time to time.
Yeah.
Thorne, the way you figure it, what do you think the problem was?
Well, I can't see that it makes any difference. Seems to have had a happy ending. And Mom and Dad are off together, and Brooke is right here where she belongs.
All is right with the world.
Well, it is now. Look who's home.
Hi. Hi, Brooke.
Caroline?
Ridge.
You're home early, huh?
Yeah, looks like we all are.
Yeah, a little celebration for Brooke's return.
Great.
I understand you were here when Brooke moved in earlier.
Yes, purely by accident, though. I didn't know she was moving back in. By the way, where are your parents tonight?
Well, they're otherwise occupied. I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, that just leaves the four of us.
Well, I know Maria's cooking up some great things in the kitchen. And I know she made some special appetizers, so I think I will go get them. Caroline, would you like to help me?
I'll give you a hand.
Sure. Thorne, did you leave those two in there on purpose?
I think it's important, Brooke.
What if you're wrong?
I'm not.
I'm gonna fix you a glass of wine.
Hooker? I doubt that.
Hey, lady, I asked you a question. You in here for hooking like the rest of us, or what?
Thinks she's too good to talk to us.
Yeah, I guess.
I know you. Seen your picture in the paper.
Ooh, the papers, ladies. Oh, my gosh.
You're one of those Beverly Hills society dames.
Ooh.
What's your name, honey?
Would you like to make a toast?
No, thank you. Perhaps Brooke would.
This really bothers you, doesn't it?
Let's just say that I'm very surprised.
Well, you're forgetting this is nothing new. Brooke was living here before the shooting.
But then she had the good judgment to move home.
But I'm all well now.
You're not going to convince me that this was your idea.
You think it was Brooke's?
Yes, I'd bet my life on it.
Don't, because you'd be wrong. And your life is far too precious.
To whom?
Among others, to me.
So, you're telling me it was your idea for her to move back in?
I missed her.
Her or what she provides you with?
That too.
Brooke is very clever, Ridge, and you may think that it was your idea, but I'm quite certain that it was hers.
Well, you're wrong.
You asked her to move in here,
More than once.
and finally she said yes.
No, it was conditional.
Conditional?
Brooke drove a very hard bargain.
How?
She wouldn't move back unless and until I said these three little words that were so important to her.
Which were?
I love you.
You told that to Brooke?
It's part of the deal.
I can't believe that you could say that to her.
Well, I did. Those exact words.
Well, those exact words have been said before by men to get sex, haven't they?
Oh, Maria has really outdone herself this time. Look, you guys.
Rich?
Thanks. Ooh, these look good enough to eat.
Caroline, do you want one?
She's talking to you, sweetie.
You really come out of Beverly Hills?
I told you. The rich bitch ain't having nothing to do with us.
Well, we'll just have to see about that.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm interested. I'm real interested here. I told you. I saw a picture in the paper. Society pages.
Well, la-di-da, for Her Majesty.
Come on, honey. Tell us about yourself. What are you in here for?
I heard she shot someone.
Ooh, lady, you gonna do some big time.
Is that right? Well, you don't look like you could shoot somebody. Oh, don't be shy. Tell me what happened.
Enough is enough. I mean it, ladies. Now stay away.
She does have a mouth on her, doesn't she?
How many cars you got, darling?
I bet she's got a real good-looking chauffeur.
Ooh, and a pool man, too.
Women like her? No telling how much they get.
Yeah, and it ain't fair.
You just finding that out.
Just how rich are you, pretty lady?
She doesn't like it when you get close.
I want to know what this lady is worth. Well, maybe we'll just have to see for ourselves.
Yeah, pay the nice lady a visit.
Do you mind, please, getting away from me? I am entitled to some privacy.
Privacy in jail?
Girls, did you hear? Her Majesty wants her privacy.
Back off! You understand? And you back off! Back off! I know
you're doing, Burke. I know it. I know exactly what you're doing, and I am not going to give it to you. I'll rot in hell before I'll tell you anything about my sons. Do you understand?